For the headlines, Philippine National Police preparing for public safety during summer vacation and Holy Week. 2 more Filipino seafarer of true confidence arrives in the Philippines. Consolidation of proposed bills concerning the road rage bill is currently under study. Pilot testing of food stamp program face trials which to be considered before the full implementation of the program. Health workers calls for the resignation against the DOH Secretary and DBM Secretary. Good evening, bringing you the latest news for tonight. I am KRIZZA LOPEZ and this is Eurotv News Thread. Details of the headline. 2 weeks before the Holy Week, the Philippine National Police has begun their preparation to ensure the safety of the passengers who will spend their vacation with their family. According to a PNP official, more than 34,000 will be deployed across the country. Our senior news correspondent Vanessa Cleofas has more details.
In preparation for the upcoming summer vacation in the country as well as the upcoming Holy Week, where the public are expected to flock to different places, the Philippine National Police or PNP reported that they will deploy more than 34,000 uniformed personnel across the country. According to PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo, this is part of their preparation for Oplan Ligtas Sumbak 2024. Among the priority areas where police will be deployed are national highways, transportation terminals, commercial areas, and churches that are commonly visited during Holy Week. They also mentioned that they will establish police assistant desk and assistant hubs in the mentioned areas, managed by police officers and personnel from the other government agencies. The PNP also assured the police personnel will be deployed to popular tourist spots in the country such as beaches. They also called the public to cooperate with the steps that the PNP will take for a safe and peaceful observance of Holy Week and summer vacation. Additionally, the PNP may implement additional security measures and collaborate with local government units and other agencies to address any potential concerns or emergencies that may arise during the holiday season. This is Vanessa Cleofas for Eurotv News.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard will activate their heightened alert for this coming Holy Week. To give us more details, here's Henry Nicolas.
The Philippine Coast Guard is actively preparing its operating units that will be on heightened alert from March 23 to April 3, 2024 for the Department of Transportation or DOTR's Oplan Biyaheng Ayos Semana Santa 2024. According to PCG spokesperson Rear Admiral Armando Balilo, PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill Gavan has directed all district stations and substations to intensify seaborne patrols and safety measures on all ports and waterway nationwide. Balilo said this is to ensure the smooth operations of sea transport facilities, convenient sea travel, and safety of local and foreign tourists in major beach and private resorts amid the anticipated increased volume of maritime traffic. Coast Guard personnel will conduct 24/7 monitoring of nautical highways in western and eastern seaboards, including inter-island routes. Coast Guard medical officer will also be deployed to augment existing medical teams during emergencies. PCG auxiliary volunteers have been tapped to form deployable response groups that will assist in the upcoming Holy Week operations. The PCG commandant has also instructed Coast Guard personnel and PCGA volunteers to exercise vigilance and extend patience during passenger and luggage checks. Coast Guard canine units and security teams will also implement through port, terminal, and vessel inspections to ensure zero maritime casualty during the Semana Santa 2024. The agency rescuers who are trained to do first aid and life savings techniques will also assist lifeguards and first responders in maritime tourist destinations. Seaborne patrol units are also preparing for possible search and rescue missions or respective areas of responsibility. The agency will also assist the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police in manning critical checkpoints to ensure public safety and security, especially in the highly populated tourist areas. This is Henry Nicolas for Eurotv News.
Two more Filipino seafarers from MB Confidence has arrived in the Philippines after having mild injuries and being left for medication caused by the attack of Houthi rebels. According to the report from the Department of Migrant Workers or DBM, the crew came home today, March 14, 2024 at 6:45 in the morning. The two victims had mild injuries and were admitted to the hospital for medical after being attacked by the missile of the Houthi rebels while on ship. Yesterday, the agency was able to repatriate 11 survivors who had mild injuries. Based on the press briefing by Foreign Affairs Under Secretary Eduardo de Vega on Monday, the two crew suffered serious injuries. One suffered severe burns on the body while the other had to have a leg amputated. Moreover, a medical team from the country welcomes the two seafarers and bring them to the hospital to continue their medication. Following the numerous number of road rage happened last year, lawmakers from the lower house suggest consolidation of various bills that will give a tighter punishment to the riders. Vanessa Cleofas tells us more.
Based on the data from the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority or MMDA, from the previous year, a significant number of road accidents recorded are due to road rage. Consequently, various lawmakers have filed numerous bills proposing penalties for those involved in such incidents. During the deliberation of the House Committee on Transportation regarding the pending bills on road rage, House Deputy Majority Leader Erwin Tulfo called for the consolidation of these proposed laws from different legislators. In his proposed House Bill 8991, Tulfo suggests that individuals involved in road rage resulting in death should face imprisonment ranging from 6 to 12 years along with fines ranging from 250,000 pesos to 500,000 pesos. Similarly, Davao de Oro 2nd District Representative Ruel Peter Gonzaga also submitted a version of the bill with identical provision showing agreement with Tulfo's call for consolidation. These bills aim to impose heavier penalties on those involved in road rage incidents. At present, the call for consolidation of proposal regarding road rage has resulted in action from group tasked with reviewing such calls. This is Vanessa Cleofas for Eurotv News.
It has been a success for the Commission on Election or COMELEC to reach over 1 million new voters after 1 month of reopening the voter registration. Commission urges the youth to have themselves registered for midterm election. More details on my report.
While the process of voter registration by the Commission on Elections or COMELEC continues, there is a possibility that the target of 3 million new voters for the national and local elections will be exceeded. This was the statement of the COMELEC after reaching more than 1 million new voters as of March 12, 2024.
1.3 million na po ang registered voters natin simula noong February 12. Take note po, kaya nga po nakakatuwa dahil halos isang buwan lang at isang araw ang nakalilipas ay nakaka-1 milyon na po tayong mahigit. At baka po bukang yung ating projection na 3 milyon ay masumobra po tayo lalo pa pag medyo malayo-layo pa po ang September 30.
Voter registration reopened on February 12, only a month has passed. Based on the polls body's data, the highest number of new voters was observed in Calabarzon with 213,757, followed by the National Capital Region with 174,800. 854 new voters, the lowest in the Cordillera Administrative Region with only over 12,000 new voters. COMELEC Chairperson George Erwin Garcia also visited the satellite areas where he emphasized the approach of the registration site to senior citizens and persons with disabilities.
Napaka-importante po na dinadala natin sa ating mga kababayan ang registration kung nasaan sila. Huwag po natin hintayin na sila ang pupunta sa atin sapagkat lalo na po yung nakatatanda. Kita nyo naman po, hirap na hirap maglakad. At hirap na hirap, yung lalo na po yung may mga kapansanan, hindi nakakakita. O kaya naka-wheelchair na. Paano po naman sila pupunta pa sa mga registration sites na regular natin? Ang dapat talaga, dinadala natin ang serbisyo sa kanila.
Meanwhile, the Commission also expects more youth who have reached 18 years old of age to register for the midterm election. Voter registration will close on September 30, 2024. This is KRIZZA Lopez for Eurotv News.
While the pilot testing of food stamp program is still ongoing among the 5 areas in the country, the Department of Social Welfare and Development has observed several problems that should be considered before the full implementation of the program. Details on this report.
Several problems have been observed by the Department of Social Welfare and Development in the progress of the pilot testing of Walang Gutom 2027 food stamp program. This initiative, which was declared as the flagship program of the Marcos administration, aims to reduce the involuntary hunger of Filipinos who are in vulnerable sector and to help the Filipinos become progressive members of the society. The DSWD admitted that there were some problems they observed in the pilot testing of the food stamp program that should be given attention before the full implementation of the program. First is the listing of the most deserving Filipino who will be a beneficiary. Since the FSP beneficiary is targeted, the agency must provide a list of families whose monthly income is less than 8,000 a month. Next is the number of retailers where beneficiaries can buy healthy food. According to Assistant Secretary for Innovations and Concurrent OIC, National Program Manager for IPAP Attorney Baldir Bringas, as the department's partner, the World Food Program requires strict in the retail markets. Currently, Kadiwa stores are affiliated with DSWD as retailers. As for the pilot testing, there are already 17 retailers in the 5 areas where the pilot testing was conducted. But it is said that it is not enough when the program scales up in July.
Now, medyo nahihirapan din po kami, ma'am, sa pagdating sa pag-establish po ng ating mga retailers dahil napaka-strict po ng requirements dahil ang partner po natin dito again is the World Food Program, no? At napaka-strict ng requirements ang kanilang onboarding process para sa ating mga retailers. So far, meron na po tayong doon sa 5 pilot areas, meron na po tayong 17 retailers na on board. And of course, para po sa amin, although meron na, kulang pa po ito para matugunan yung pangangailangan ng buong bansa once we scale.
Also, while the FSP is still under the pilot testing, its design for full implementation is not yet final. ASEC Bringas added that the non-attendance of the beneficiaries in the Nutrition Education and Job Fair with the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE and TESDA is also a problem. There are also some who have completed their studies in TESDA. This led the social workers to continue monitoring the condition of each family.
Kasi nga nasa pilot implementation tayo, so we're still yung final design of the program is still ongoing, no, yung pag-finalize, but more or less ito na po yung magiging setup. So regarding dyan, sir, medyo hindi natin strictly na in-implement muna ito during the pilot, but of course once we start the scale up, yung regular implementation, ayan na po. Fully implemented, yes sir.
However, the agency assured that the DSWD will have restrictions by the time full implementation is implemented in July.
Po, sa lahat ng mga magiging beneficiary ng food stamp program, no, itong sa nalalapit na scale up po this July, magiging stricto na po tayo sa pag-apply ng ating mga conditions, no, specifically ang ating nutrition education sessions at ang ating work requirement. Now, alam po namin na of course hindi naman po lahat capable, no, na umattend. Of course, we will provide exceptions. May mga exceptions naman po tayo, like for example for emergencies, binibigyan natin ng exemption natin mga beneficiaries to attend the nutrition education and yung ating tinatawag na work requirement. Pero out of those exceptions, hindi na po tayo mag-accept. So kailangan po talagang umattend ng nutrition education session and sa work requirement natin. Kasi ultimately, para sa mga beneficiaryo din po naman natin to, no? Tinuturuan natin sila on how to have a balanced diet to ensure na nutritious food ang kanilang ini-intake at para, well, ultimately maging maging productive citizens of our country.
This is KRIZZA Lopez for Eurotv News.
Amid rising discontent, private health workers employees to continue to voice their dismay about their delayed health emergency allowance or HEA and organize a protest in front of Metro Manila Center for Health Development demanding the resignation of Ted Herbosa, Secretary of Department of Health, and the Department of Budget and Management or DBM Secretary Amena Pangandaman. Edgar Aran, Vice President of Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital Employees Association, believes the two executives of the government should step down from their positions following their negligence toward the health workers. Almost a year has passed since President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ended the state of public health emergency in July 2023. However, the government still owes 62 billion pesos to fulfill its obligations under the Health Enhancement Assistance or HEA program for all healthcare workers. Surprisingly, the current strategy stretches the release of these funds until 2026. In a recent announcement, the UPHUP stressed the unjustifiable of this delay, underscoring the critical necessity for the government to promptly allocate these vital funds. Although the Budget Department affirmed the release of the 19 billion pesos fund in January 2024, according to health workers, they have yet to receive their HEA. UPHUP spokesperson Ronald Richie Ignacio seeks an explanation as to why the HEA for the past pandemic has not yet been released if the funds are already in the health department. On the other hand, no one but Aura Briguela proudly shares her father's achievement. To tell us more on this entertainment story, here's Sam Martos.
Congratulations on all your well-deserved success, pa. That's the caption on the post shared by the actor and dancer Aura Briguela on his social media accounts. He proudly shared the photos of his father wearing a graduation toga. In the photos, his family can be seen celebrating his father's graduation with a master's degree in business administration. This quickly caught the attention of netizens who also seemed proud of what Aura's fathers achieved. They flooded the comments with congratulations. It can be remembered that the actor previously shared that he helped his father get back to school when he stopped studying in college. Meanwhile, his relatives and friends in the industry congratulated him. This is Sam Martos for Eurotv Showbiz News.
And that's the latest news for tonight. You may visit Eurotvph.com for more news and information. You may also catch our broadcast live in our social media accounts and via Pinoy Extreme cable channel. Once again, this is KRIZZA Lopez on Eurotv News Thread. Stay safe and have a good night, everyone.